Yo, 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 yo. You rocking with the freshest. It's the Kruze Review. I'm 4 I Fly.
A&T.
Yeah. Back with it. You know what I'm saying? Before we started off, let me give y'all this right here. Pow! Pow! Yeah. This is 301 Eats. I think one of them, can't remember, bro. I apologize. I think one of them's extra spicy. And then we got the regular sauce. But this is 301 Eats. You know what I'm saying? My brother's special sauce right here. You know what I'm saying? On the real. Shout out Lopez on them. You know what I'm saying? 301 Eats. You know, he got the food truck popping or whatnot. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, different items you can get. Shout out Ivy's sweet treats too. You know what I'm saying? While y'all at it, make sure y'all hit both of them up. You know, like I said, you know, he got some special stuff coming with the food truck coming along. You know what I'm saying? But these sauces right here, you can go on 301 Eats and you can cop these sauces or whatnot. You know what I'm saying? The extra spicy and I think 301 Eats, and I think the other one is just original sauce or whatnot.
Is that area code 301 or is that just?
Nah, it's just Nah, he in the 502. He right here in the Ville. You know what I'm saying? My little brother Lopez or whatnot. You know what I'm saying? Make sure y'all check him out and check out Ivy's sweet treats too. You know what I'm saying as well. So those are the sponsors we got today. But anyway, we about to get to it. You know what I'm saying, with another unsigned artist review. This one is a familiar. This one is a return. This one, you know what I'm saying, you know, like I always say, we got family in it or whatever. So this one's kind of like a Kruze cousin as well. You know what I'm saying? Always shows love. You know, always a positive entity. You know what I'm saying? Every time, you know what I'm saying, we talk to him or whatnot, he always, you know, has a positive entity about him. We appreciate that too, because not everyone has that. You know, not everyone appreciates the constructive criticism, but he does. You know what I'm saying? So this is, you know, this is gonna be special right here or whatnot. He's back with a new album. I believe it's featuring, or maybe it's just together, Dr. Juan.
Yeah, I think he's a producer. He's the cat that did all the beats on that.
Okay, yeah, you know, or whatnot. But yeah, not gonna go into too much detail. Tell them what we rocking with, bro.
Stack Federal Dollahs.
Yeah.
AKA Matcha P. Matcha Pie, excuse me.
Yeah. Throw them out.
Yeah.
Straight up. Yeah, but back with a new album called, you know what I'm saying, D.A.T.A. or whatnot. You know what I'm saying? It's an
acronym. I forgot.
Yeah.
It's in our email.
Yeah.
What it means. We'll have to tell at the end, but
yeah, absolutely. But we just gonna go through a few of the tracks on here. I think last time, you know what I'm saying, Kruze sent us like 5 different tracks. So, you know, we're gonna do the special review for this one. You know what I'm saying, the appropriated one. We're gonna do the 7. So we picked out, you know what I'm saying, our 7 on here, whatnot, you know. And we just gonna run through it.
Yeah.
And detail it, you know what I'm saying, dissect it out, you know what I'm saying, from the best of our ability, Kiko or whatnot. So if you tuned into the last review, you pretty much, you know what I'm saying, remember what, you know, the dissect of what bro said, what I said, you know, what we you know, expected them to add, what we expected, you know, to drop from a listener's ear. We just gonna go through it and see what it is. So let's get to it. On this first track, the title of the track is Jerome Bettis.
Yeah.
Let's get to it.
The triage is basically, you know what I'm saying, where people go to be seen. If somebody like get hurt or something like that, I bet this person don't need to get surgery. Then you make the decision, being a physician. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So you prescribed all the beats because you knew this is what I needed right here.
Paging Dr. Juan.
Do your reconnaissance, ask who you fucking with. Code name my deck, I rebel to the government. Villain and civilian, military decision. They thinking the ceasefire, I'm waving the flag, bro. Yeah, I'm waving the flag, it's that red, white, and red though. $1 million warrior, ravager, savage. The Peruvian killer fish, had him in the pretzel twist. No gimmicks with this, stack rap tracks quick.
And that record, that record reminds me, especially on the production tip, it reminds me of something CNN would have rhymed over. Capone and Noriega. You know, it kind of gave me that vibe. And you know, us, me and Bro coming back from Miami. You know, the production kind of took me. You know, like you on the yacht. You know, cruising the you know, the waters or whatever, you know what I'm saying? I think so far as the rhymes is on point. I think he had a little bit more aggression on that record, but you know, that's what the title called for. You know, it's called Jerome Bettis. So you know how Jerome did when he you know, was running through lines when he was in the game. So yeah, man. I think overall, I'll probably get this record. I'll go for maybe like between a 7.7 and an 8, somewhere in between there.
Okay. You know what? I appreciated the approach on this album altogether. Definitely, you know, stepped it up. Bars, you know, very much appreciated. You know, just the capacity of the cadence is definitely there. Element of a rival on the delivery, I think stands out more than anything on this album altogether. I know it's a different approach as far as the production goes. Like Bro said, you know, that did have a real CNN feel to it.
Better you laid it down, fight, please don't trip. My guards will hold the egos, cancel ego trips. You saying you got that work, give us the night shift, bro.
I would like to hear stepping out of that element. Kinda, I want to hear a range of different like areas as far as, you know, production goes. I really think that would, you know, help kind of, you know what I'm saying, push you over the top. I don't know exactly how that would work as far as, you know, the production goes, as far as, you know, the friendships and who you know. But I think that would really, you know, push you over the top, because like I said, everything, you know, as far as this album goes, the perspective, everything for me is there, you know. It's just, you know, the sound, as far as, you know, getting the capacity of the listener. I think you know, stepping out of that element, that background, will help a lot. I don't know, maybe, you know, reaching out, getting with some producers that's, you know, in Atlanta, that kind of got a southern sound. You know, maybe reaching out to some producers that kind of got a West Coast background. Just kind of like a souffle, like a, you know, just the difference to add to it. You know, because a lot of these, like I said, a lot of these records are really dope, and it's the production, the production's not bad at all. That's not what I'm saying. The production is actually great on a lot of these records. I'll get to a few of them later on, but you know, just as for the listener's ear, yeah, I think that would really push you over the top, because you know, you did a great job as far as, you know, your perspective on this album altogether. Just from this first record, you can kind of see the range and where you're going. But that, and then also some other things I'm gonna get to, but later on. But as far as this record, I'll probably go, like what bro said, I'll probably go with exactly probably like a 7.6, 7.7 exactly on that. So let's get to this next record, which is called Mantega.
Wasn't the first, but definitely most consistent. When they speak of Peru, the big ceviche getting mentioned. Café y padrino, castigo y bendigo. Catch me at any restaurant, feasting like Jesucristo.
I said it on the last review. Shout out to the Bad Seed. But I said the transition from the first record to the second record needs to be a gradual, smooth transition, and this is another great example of a good transition from the first record to the second record.
Realize feelings through all your dealings, navigate with what you feeling. They thought they caught me sleeping, marinated with the seasoning.
And on this production, reminds me a whole lot of like a Maybach, Rick Ross type of vibe on the production. You know what I'm saying? That's what it gives me. But it blended great with the first record that he put on the album. So you know, I thought that was very important. This particular record, when I first heard it, damn,
real stupid drivers out here these days.
Crazy, man. Yeah. When I first heard this record, on the not the production, on the chorus side of it, you know, I know he did his what's the I had the name of the group in my head, old school group. I can't think of it right now. I know bro knows exactly what it is. You know, I just can't think of it right now. But yeah, I know he was doing that on it. To me, I don't know. I didn't think it was that strong. It was a good like addition to the track, but I felt like it could have been done maybe just a tad bit different. Maybe it would have been better if somebody else done it a little bit stronger. Mm-hmm. It was a good addition to the track, but I didn't feel like it stuck. You know what I'm saying? Now after I heard it 2 more times, it, you know, it started to, you know, that's when I started to get it. But my first initial reaction, it didn't really stick to me like that when I very first heard the record. Mm-hmm. But rhymes was there just like the first track. You know, everything was blended good and mixed good. So, you know, I go with the same rating, man, as the first one. Around like a 7.7, 7.6.
Okay.
You know?
Yeah. Very smooth transition from the first record, definitely. Amazing job with that. But actually, when I was listening to this, when I was detailing it from the email that we got from you sending it in, this record caught my attention in a different detail because I had my baby girl with me, my 4-year-old daughter. You know, and she's in the preschool stage. You know, she'll just say, you know, her ABCs just randomly. You know what I'm saying? And she'll just count. You know how them little kids do. They just, you know, she loves learning. But it caught my attention because she was saying the chorus.
The A, the N, the T, the E, the C, the Hey, what you pushing? My thing, word up, my thing.
So, you know what I'm saying? That really caught my attention because, you know, if that catches her attention, it's gonna catch other people's attention too. You know what I'm saying? And this is definitely a great go-to record performance-wise.
Yeah, oh yeah.
This is where people get confused. This is where you can tell this is the difference between rap and this is the difference between hip-hop. Because you got a lot of people these days that listen to rap. I heard somebody say recently, you know, it was a sister. God bless the sister, because she didn't know what the hell she was talking about. But, you know, I guess she was on her TikTok and she was saying that, you know, you don't like Nicki Minaj, something's wrong with you, because who else been putting it down like her for the last 20 years? She's been having bars that's been better than some dudes. And I'm like, ain't no way on earth she listens to underground hip hop saying that. No way.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So, you know, this track has the ability to, you know, appease both listeners, from the rapper's listener to the hip hop's listener.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And, you know, from the rap standpoint, yeah, it might not sound that good. It might not be that good. You know what I'm saying? But on the hip hop aspect, this is great because, you know, you can really get the attention in the minds of people when you performing. You can get the crowd's attention. You know what I'm saying? The DJ can, you know, he can cut in and cut out during the chorus or whatever. You know, and then the aspect of, you know, what you even talking about on the song is, man, you did a great job with this. You know, the production. No, it's no takeaway, but the production could have been a little bit better. And this is just me. This is you know, this is the A&R perspective of this. You know, seriously, this record has the potential being on a commercial aspect. You know, with different production, it does. You know, take for instance. Put this record over Organized Confusion production. Just think of that. Or, you know what I'm saying? Put it over like a, say for instance, a Jazzy Faye production. Or David Banner production. Think about it in that aspect. Think about it in the aspect of the minds of Dallas Austin, you know, production. You see what I'm saying? You get where I'm going? That's why I'm saying this has the ability of being a commercial record. You know what I'm saying? It really does.
So that's when you come in with the remix.
Exactly.
And then you know.
Exactly.
Spice it up a little bit.
Exactly. I'm gonna give you the perfect example of a detail, because I know, you know, and this is why you need to, you know, stack Federal Dollahs. This is why you need to reach out to 4 Hour Fly, man, before you do these records, man. You know what I'm saying? 'Cause I'm gonna lead you in the right way, straight up. It's just, I'm gonna just throw this out here for you. You know, maybe you could do it as a remix, like bro said. Think about you do this record over the SWV anything when Wu-Tang was on it. Remember that? we gonna throw it in the video, just a little preview.
Yeah.
Bad sound cuts like glass. Gotta keep it high, power to the man. Yo, Taj, another like platinum hit.
I forgot about,
Remember that? Remember when Meth came in with, you know what I'm saying, the remix, and Dirty came in with that? Just think of the musical aspect with that. That remix changed the history of music. You know what I'm saying? From rap to hip hop when that happened. So this record has the same potential of doing the same thing on the commercial aspect. Like I said, everything was there for me. Just, you know, the production kind of took a back seat on it. Just the tad. I'm not saying it was bad. I'm not saying it was terrible. It just kind of took a back seat from everything else. So, you know, from that alone, I'll probably go with a 7.8 again. Yeah, seriously. So let's get into this next record, which is Last Supper.
Picture the Last Supper, catered in Hell's Kitchen. It's not how they depict it, it's actually something different. A big family meeting for contracts of provision. La Costa Nostra slated to make billions. The ambiance was festive, nothing close to ridden. Tweening concubines, lacing expensive linen. All chapters elated, embracing a new business. Chariots from other states, valet getting they pay. David announced hitters while letting the music play.
This record, obviously, when listening to it, you know, it's a story. It's a story telling type record. You know what I'm saying? And I think he did a good job with the concept of the record being the Last Supper and you know, talking about Jesus and Judas and kind of, you know, mixing that up with the story. I think the production could have been a little bit stronger on the production side of it. Just like bro talking about the last record. On this record, for me, I thought the production could have been just a little bit better on this particular record. The chorus, the girl singing.
Sinners always say, who's the one to blame? Da Vinci in my face. I
think she did a pretty good job. This record as a whole reminds me of you remember those old underground type movies on BET? It kind of reminds me of that, like a song that's on one of those movies.
New York Undercover.
Yeah, to a certain degree, right. One of those old underground that ain't those maybe C-rated type movies, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Overall, man, I would give this record probably, I'd go with a solid maybe 7.4.
Okay.
About a 7.4. Yeah, how you feel?
Yeah, I think the production on this, man, really took a back seat. The storyline, you know, was incredible. I think you
filled the room as soon as they eyes locked. Mary screaming in horror, then you heard the stick cock. Jesus upped it, mumbling, you did some fuck shit. You just not running, you up it, you better dump it. Eyes between the barrel, he shouted, nigga, you bluffing. You heard a Hail Mary, then the bullet crack his muffin.
But I just think the production kind of drowned this out. The chorus, I thought it was the right approach, just the wrong artist singing. Again, you know, I believe if this was a different produced record, I put in the likes of the production of a West Coast of a Mailman. You know, and you know, with the artists like the sounds of a Jewel, I believe her name was. They used to sing on Snoop's tracks. You know what I'm saying? Somebody, you know, just with that, with the different voice tone, you know, I think this record has the potential of being a good record. Just some different things just need to be done with it. But, you know, as far as the production and the chorus goes, but everything else was there. You know, this song has the potential of being remixed into something else too. You know, so I don't know if that's something you might want to try for later, you know, or, you know, next time you make an album, just go with a different approach as far as, you know, the sound and the record. You know, I love the fact of, you know, hearing a female sing. We don't hear a lot of that, especially when it comes to underground hip hop. But sometimes, man, you know, just as good as a female sounds. That's why Nate Dogg excelled the way he did. You know what I'm saying? Because, you know, another brother could sound just as good, you know, as just as good as a female does on a record. You know what I'm saying? So don't shy away from, you know, from the brothers or whatnot. On the real. So let's get into this number 4 track, which is 97 Prodigy and Nas, Educated Thug. Let's get it.
It's a new era right now.
Dr. Juan.
I'm either in a 4 and a Willie and a dirt bike. Long days in the projects converted to short nights. The world's too bright. I'm bringing out trees for the purpose to dim lights. Photographic memory in a dark place, developing robberies. I'm found losing my sanity. It's how one step could put you here, put you there. One level from being captured and watch they bitch pop pussy to my shit. Catch me quickly ascending beyond the fly scammer.
Yeah, I think on this record, he, the producer especially, redeemed himself. You know what I'm saying? I think it was a step up from the last record that we played, so far as on the production tip. And I think he captured the vibe of that 97 vibe. When I first heard it, on the chorus tip, I felt like, I mean, it me feeling kind of empty at first, but when I went back and listened to it again, I understand what he was trying to do.
The world failed me. I'm an educated dog.
Those kind of remind me of those Tragedy, Gaddafi, Nori type choruses, like that, you know, those one word type choruses.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, okay. And Prodigy too. You know what I'm saying? And actually, this is something I can hear P rhyming over.
Yeah, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I can hear a Prodigy rhyming over this. Rhymes, I don't think it took a step back. I think it, you know, kind of stayed in line with the previous records we played. Other than that, I think I would give this record probably, I give it a little step up. I give it probably about a 7.8.
Okay.
You know?
Yeah, it kind of drew me back when I first heard it as well, as far as the chorus, because you don't really hear too many of these throwback, you know, records being made, you know, so it kind of, you know, throws you off, but it brings you back too, you know, it brings you back to that element. I thought it was definitely a step up from the, you know, the previous records that we played or whatnot, you know what I'm saying? I like the fact that he involves, you know, that era of hip hop in his music, man. That's one of the dopest, you know, things about you as an artist. You know what I'm saying? Stack Federal Dollahs, because a lot of people forgot that you know, that time period alone. You know, you have a great ability of, you know what I'm saying, album titles or song titles, so to say. Don't lose that. Don't lose that, man. You know, keep that, because that attracts attention as well, you know. Even before, you know, somebody plays a record, just, you know, just looking at it and reading it. 97 Nas and Prodigy and Nas, like what? Like, you know, you read something like that on an album cover, and it's like, oh, this dude know what he talking about, because a lot of people wasn't around. They don't know nothing about that element. You know what I'm saying? But the ones, the real heads, we know Kiko. Straight up. You know what I'm saying? We know what that is. So don't lose that ability. You know what I'm saying? The production, it definitely was a step up, but it could have been a little bit greater for me. You know what I'm saying? It really, you know, it wasn't a bad job. You know, it wasn't a terrible job. I'm just saying, you know, it could have been just a little bit better, just, you know, stepped up. That's all. But it, you know, it was a dope aspect to have. You know, the rhymes and everything was there. You know, on this album, you did a great job as far as, you know, the bars go. I just believe the perspective on it just needs to be different, and, you know, something to tap into next time. What I really want you to tap into, you know, as a A&R, you know, not officially your A&R, you know what I'm saying? We get the paperwork right, we can work on that. But, you know what I'm saying, is the concept. You could really be a great concept artist. You know what I'm saying? I'll tell you two people to kind of play off of, but one of them definitely you remind me of, and that could really be effective, and you could really direct your attention to for your next approach. As far as concept, what I'm talking about is Kendrick Lamar. Kendrick Lamar is one of the illest concept MCs that have ever touched the microphone, hands down. Period. There ain't too many people lyrically, as far as the concept, when it comes to albums, that's even in his lane. That's just what it is. But I believe, you know what I'm saying, as far as you as an artist, to direct your attention, you would be great to really direct your attention to an artist of the minds of Guru, Gangstar, rest in peace. You know what I'm saying? Take, for instance, the Moment of Truth album. That's really to your speed and to your knowledge. And as far as the production goes, that's the range of the production on that album of what I'm talking about. Because a lot of these songs, believe it or not, on this album can coincide a lot of albums, a lot of songs on that album. It can. It's, you know, as far as the production goes. You know, that you need that same kind of punch that you have with your bars and kicking the throat in. You need that same approach with the production. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes how you do that is you go different routes to get production. You go different places, you know what I'm saying, as far as getting different sounds of the mind, you know, so you can really, you know, touch the listener's ear. So that's something that you can really, you know, highlight and really pay attention to and meditate on more than anything, you know what I'm saying? Because you know, just from your positivity, you know, and being persistent with it, I can tell that you meditate. So, you know what I'm saying? That's something that you can really, you know, just take time to really do. And all you want sign artists, before, you know, we all have the attention of the mind to want to start a project, all of us, regardless if it's, you know, music or, you know, home project or just, you know, something within ourselves. We all have the, you know, attention to really want to dive into something. But sometimes, as much as having, you know, the energy to dive into something, sometimes it's better, you know, to have the energy to really, you know, think it out before you dive into it, so you can really put your all into it. You know what I'm saying? That has just as much approach into it as in, you know, putting your all into it. That's why, you know, a lot of people sometimes, you know, as far as artists, when such and such, a lot of people use the detail of, they ain't made a CD. You know how long it takes to make a CD?
Man.
Just the process. It ain't about the CD, it's about the artistry. Like, you know, that person is really, you know, going around and digging in their artistry bag. You know, that's why I do respect Kendrick, because you don't hear him, you know, year after year after year. You might hear him on a song or two, but as far as, you know, records and albums, you're not gonna hear him for about, you know, 4 or 5 years. You know, but that doesn't mean that he's not, you know, detailing his artistry as time goes on. You don't know what he's doing. You know, people look at, oh, that nigga's weird, you know, or whatever like that. But, you know, that man is meditating. That man is traveling and getting different entities from different cultures. He's building. You know, you know, you don't know if he's trying new foods or whatever. That's building too, believe it or not. You know, just having the open aspect of trying something new. Get out the same scene of what you've been seeing and hearing, or you like, sometimes you gotta get away from that and tap into something else. You really gotta open up your pores, so to say. So that's what I say, bro. Open up your pores, you know, a little bit. You know, travel a little bit. Shoot, man, we'd love to have you down here in the Ville. Come down here. You know what I'm saying? See what it's like, you know, and meet people, meet different artists or whatever. So, you know, you can appropriate yourself in different fields, and that way, you know, your fan base can be global. Yeah. Straight up, on the real. So, let's get into this number 5. We're gonna play this interlude before we get into this number 5 record, which is Flowers While I'm Alive. But this interlude is called No Craft Support, and it definitely, you know what I'm saying, it needs to be played. So let's get
Paging Dr. Juan. Paging Dr.
To whom
Juan.
this may concern, I know a lot of you so-called supporters be scrolling through socials, watching us work on our craft, but never take the time to share or show us some love. But it be the same people who you see in the street, and y'all quick to dap us and tell us how much y'all respect what we do. Man, y'all gotta stop all that fake love. We need to learn how to uplift, empower, and support one another so we can continue building our dreams. Stop all that no craft support and help us build. And for those who showed us love, we appreciate y'all to the fullest. Fuck all that negativity. Positivity always growing, always winning. Now let's get back to our scheduled programming.
Dr. Juan.
Grounded, transmitting a high frequency, channeling with the gang. Amplify my energy when you play with your peeps. Watch that I hit my peak. Had to keep seeking. Learned recently my apex, a low frequency. Find me pondering, climbing out my lowest peak.
I want to point this out on this record too, man. That on the second verse drop, I think it was toward the end of where the beat drop. That
was a hard to trust. Be mindful of Thomas Higgins when you leveling up. I love my peoples don't love me.
Very good move by the producer on this record. You know, it's small little details like that makes a record stand out. The subject matter of this record was very much needed. The vibe of it reminds me a whole lot of Nas. You know, I can picture Nas doing a record similar to this. You know what I'm saying? I think as far as the lyrics and everything, man, I think he was right on point in the pocket on this one. You know what I mean? You know, I think everything was there. You know, the subject matter. I think the producer did a very good job on this one. I would probably go with a solid 7.8.
Okay.
Yeah. What you think, bro?
Yeah, this record, man, it really had a really throwback Jersey feel approach to it, man. It really remind me of, you know, Naughty. You know, a lot of Tretch. The production really sounded, you know, something KG would have done. You know what I'm saying? Really good record, man. You know, as far as the approach goes, man. The bars was there. The detail of the storyline was definitely there. This is another record that has a commercial commercial punch to it, man. Got the potential of being a really great commercial record. Really great job, man. I think this one, out of all of them, probably has the most potential just because of the detail of it, you know. You did a really good job with it, man. That's pretty much all I got to say for this one. Great job. Let's get to this next record, which is Make Her Mine.
about us. Our mix they can't touch. We the angel dust. Loyalty and trust. Days, nights, and months. Never them, always us. My I with a body like la la. Love and lust, long sessions, quick nuts. My name's inked up like graffiti on trucks.
Yeah, I'm gonna start with the production. The production, to me, it gave me, when I listened to it, like I can hear like somebody like Wiz Khalifa Currency over beat.
Yeah.
You know, it brings me to that era.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Chorus, I didn't really feel the chorus like that. I thought the chorus could have been way better.
Today's the day that I live for tonight. I'ma make a mind. Got something to show, so you know I'm going live.
Should have scrapped the chorus, or somebody else could have done that, but I just felt like the chorus wasn't strong on this particular record. Most sounds, it's funny because when I heard his voice reminds me a whole lot of Big. You know, his voice, he's got like a Biggie type, like you say, Biggie did his vocals from his nasal. He got that nasal vocal approach, you know.
Yeah.
You know, that's why I referenced that.
Okay.
But Subject matter was cool. You know, I understand, you know, it was geared toward the ladies. I just felt like the chorus didn't really stick to me like that. You know what I'm saying? Everything else was cool. You know, nice little summertime vibe. You know what I'm saying? But I'll get this record. Probably I go with a solid. I go maybe 6.8, 7.2 out of 10.
Okay. Yeah, this record really reminded me of a throwback G Unit record. You really sound like Banks on this record. And I wouldn't go with so much Big, you know, as far as the nasal detail, but he did remind me of a little, you know what I'm saying, Grand Poobah, most sounds.
Okay. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It was cool, but I'm gonna be honest, I thought you could have did without his verses. I think you would have sounded great by yourself on this.
I pulled up in the ice cream whip, had the scooper in the Cooper, no better love, worth the Luther. Kill anything for my peaches, King Cooper. Any problem with the plumbing, she call me super.
I like the production aspect of, you know, when you said La La and the producer, ooh la la la, that was dope. With the Lauren, you know, scratching. It could have been a little bit more added in with the production. I don't know. The production with this one took a back seat as well. This record is another record that has, you know, potentially great potential to be a commercial record too, with a different aspect of production. It really does. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. This might be one to go back into and, you know, kind of restructure again, because, you know, it has great potential. Overall, I'll probably go with a 6.8 on it. Into this last record, or if I dissect detail, is the threat. Let's get it.
Great vibrations create frequency. One result, challenging the deity. Ask and receive, check they notes. Died of carbon monoxide, wanting to smoke. I heard they hating, all of them tan salao. I'm the big ceviche, of course they bacalao. Altering paragraphs that make them seem loco. I read between the lines, I see you in dry thought. Which you recites polluted and diluted. Bars from the soil, raps are deep rooted.
This is the type of vibe that I was looking for from this project. You know, I think out of all the tracks that we listened to, I think this is probably my favorite one. I think everything from the production, your delivery on here, the chorus.
The rain falling, I ain't get wet yet. The heat's up, you you ain't see me sweating yet. The journey's far, you ain't see me stop yet. You ain't see me good, I'm the invisible threat.
I think everything was equal for me. You know what I'm saying? I think everything was right where it needed to be at. You know, this was probably one of your better records, and probably my personal favorite on a particular project. You know what I'm saying? Because everything was all across the board for me. I get this record probably, I go with probably a solid 8 for this one.
Oh, okay.
You know?
All right.
Yeah.
What's up? Yeah, definitely the bars was definitely there as was the other ones. The production, I don't know, it was kind of monotone for me. Could have been a little bit better, you know what I'm saying? But overall, the approach was a good approach overall. I'll probably go with probably like the same as the last, probably like a 6.8 somewhere in there. But overall, as far as, you know, the album with the songs we didn't run, you know, together with this one, I'll say overall, it's between a 7.6, 7.7 overall for me.
Okay. Yeah, mine is maybe, I say around a 7.3, 7.5. Okay. That's where I view the total project.
Yeah, man, but good detail as far as, you know, the bars. Your detail is, you know, is getting better. I would just say as far as the production, man, you know, the next approach, just have a concept to where, you know, the songs are, you know, a display in a sequence of each other, and the production just, you know, takes you different places, so, you know, the listener's ear can travel a little bit more. You know what I'm saying? Because, you know, a lot of these records, some of the sounds was pretty much, you know, kind of sounded the same. So you kind of stayed in that same kind of element. And I get it, you know, sometimes you do want the sound to kind of stay in the same element, but, you know, in these days, the listeners, you know, their attention span is not there for it. They, you know what I'm saying? They want to travel. Because I know I like to travel too when it comes to music. I don't want to be in the same, you know, lane that I was in the last song. I want to go somewhere else. So I'm sure, you know, that's kind of where, you know, it kind of takes a step back, because, you know, the listener's ear doesn't get to travel as much. But, you know, definitely have great potential. Definitely have good work, you know what I'm saying? And I mean, hey, you use our platform, you know what I'm saying? You know, you can reach out to artists like, you know, what's his name?
Charles?
Well, Charles, I was gonna mention Charles. Charles is one of them. I can't. Well, you know, artists like Aguilar, put it like that. Yeah. You know, that's close to you. You know what I'm saying? You can reach out to artists like that. I know I mentioned the last review. I know I mentioned Bad Seed. You know what I'm saying? But Bad Seed has a different range, you know, of producers too. You know what I'm saying? J.R. Swift, you know, Likes in the Minds and other producers as well. So, you know, even if you don't, you know, go too far away from Jersey, you know what I'm saying? I mean, just within that, you know, that platform of, you know, the tri-state area, there's producers you can reach out to. Just try to, you know, open up your mind span a little bit, and, you know, because your bars is there, the album titles is there. You don't have too much to lose or miss out on. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah. But nevertheless, you rocking with the freshest, the Kruze Review on 4 Hour Fly.
And TP.
We out of here, yo. Peace and love.